Tyler James Robinson was born in 2003 in Washington, Utah. To neighbors, he seemed like an ordinary young man, quiet, polite, and intelligent. His childhood was not marked by violence or crime, and those who knew him in school described him as reserved but thoughtful. But as he entered adulthood, Robinson's life began to take a different turn. Friends noticed he became more withdrawn, more consumed by online discussions, and increasingly opinionated about politics and culture. By 2024, those around him saw a clear shift. Robinson had become outspoken in his support for LGBTQ rights, especially transgender issues. His mother would later tell reporters that her son was different in the year leading up to 2025, more political, more intense, and more confrontational in his views. This shift coincided with his living arrangements. Robinson shared a home with a transgender roommate. That relationship, prosecutors allege, deeply influenced his thinking and may have fueled his growing resentment toward outspoken critics of LGBTQ causes, one of whom was Charlie Kirk. To understand what happened, we also need to understand the man Robinson targeted. Charlie Kirk was not just another political commentator, he was the founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative youth organization that had grown into one of the most influential grassroots movements in America. For over a decade, Kirk crisscrossed the country speaking to college students, pastors, and conservative audiences. His message combined politics, Christianity, and cultural commentary. By 2025, he had become a symbol of the conservative movement, loved by supporters, hated by critics. His American Comeback Tour was designed to rally young conservatives ahead of the 2026 midterms. Utah Valley University was just one stop on this nationwide tour. Nobody in the audience that evening could have predicted how quickly the event would turn into tragedy. It was September 10, 2025. The auditorium at Utah Valley University was packed. Students, families, and community members filled the seats, eager to hear Kirk's unapologetic style of speaking. According to eyewitnesses, Kirk was midway through his remarks when a loud crack shattered the room. At first, some thought it was a technical malfunction, but panic set in almost instantly as the reality became clear. Charlie Kirk collapsed. He had been shot in the neck. Screams echoed through the auditorium as people ducked behind chairs and rushed for the exits. Security scrambled to secure the room, while emergency responders worked frantically to save Kirk's life. Despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead soon after arriving at the hospital. The news spread like wildfire. Within minutes, headlines across the country read Charlie Kirk assassinated at Utah Valley University. Very quickly, law enforcement identified a suspect, 22-year-old Tyler James Robinson. Investigators pieced together evidence that pointed to premeditation. A handwritten note discovered under his computer keyboard read, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it." Text messages to his roommate entered into evidence revealed Robinson describing his plan and later admitting to the shooting. Forensic investigators later confirmed his DNA on the rifle trigger and on shell casings at the scene. This was not a random act of violence. Prosecutors argued Robinson had carefully planned the assassination. For more than 30 tense hours, Robinson was on the run. Utah police issued an urgent manhunt, releasing his photo to the public. Back in Washington, Utah, Robinson's parents saw the images on the news. His mother immediately recognized him and contacted him. With the help of a family friend, they persuaded Tyler to surrender. He was arrested without incident, ending the manhunt but beginning one of the most high-profile criminal cases in modern American politics. Robinson now faces a long list of serious charges, including aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, violent offense in the presence of a child. Given the political nature and gravity of the crime, prosecutors announced they would seek the death penalty. While Robinson has not stood in court to make a formal confession, prosecutors have built their case on his own words. Text messages retrieved from his phone show him admitting, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out." These chilling admissions, combined with physical evidence, form the backbone of the case against him. So why did Tyler Robinson do it? Prosecutors point to his increasing frustration with conservative figures like Charlie Kirk, who frequently criticized LGBTQ activism and transgender policies. Living with a transgender roommate seemed to intensify his anger toward Kirk, whom he allegedly viewed as a dangerous influence. But experts caution that this is not just about ideology. Robinson's story is also about how isolation, online radicalization, and personal struggles can intersect with politics to create explosive outcomes. The assassination of Charlie Kirk sent shockwaves across the country. For conservatives, Kirk became a martyr, a man killed for his beliefs, for his Christian faith, and for his political message. For his family, the loss was devastating. His wife Erika Kirk stood before a grieving nation at his funeral, declaring through tears that she had forgiven her husband's killer.
Her message of grace stunned even her critics. For the broader nation, Kirk's death reignited debates over political violence, the toxicity of rhetoric, and the deep divisions tearing America apart. As Tyler Robinson awaits trial, the nation waits with him. Will he be sentenced to life in prison, or will the state succeed in seeking the death penalty? What arguments will his defense raise? Mental health, ideological influence, or something else? And perhaps most importantly, what lessons will America take from this tragedy? The case of Tyler Robinson is not just about one young man and one act of violence. It is about the environment that breeds political hatred, the choices individuals make, and the consequences that ripple far beyond a single moment. On September 10, 2025, America witnessed how one man's decision could take a life, shake a movement, and leave a nation grappling with grief and anger. Tyler James Robinson may spend the rest of his life in prison or face execution, but the story does not end with him. It lives on in the memory of Charlie Kirk, in the strength of Erika Kirk, and in the urgent question facing the country. How do we move forward in a time when political violence has become all too real? Thank you for watching this in-depth report. If you found this breakdown informative, please like the video, share it with others, and kindly push the subscribe button for more updates.